Hello, Colin Sandy here from Sandy Audiovisual with the Belkin Express Dock. Now, when this was first introduced at, I believe, NAB 2011, I was pretty excited about this product because I have a 2011 MacBook Pro and it lacks it lacks USB 3. And a lot of devices, especially those you can get at a local price club, are USB 3 based. So if you want to share files with a client and have them keep the drive, you can buy a relatively cheap 1 or 2 terabyte drive, such as this, right? You know, a little GoFlex drive from Seagate. It has a USB 3 connector, and you know, you could put your video on here for your client, and away you go, right? So very, very convenient. But of course, here we have a, I think it's a late 2011 MacBook Pro, and it doesn't have USB 3 ports, so it takes forever to transfer data on USB 2. So I was looking at this, I was also looking at the, I believe the DS1 from Matrox, and I think Newer has a dock too. And I figured, you know, this is the perfect solution. Looking at the back here, we have, let's see, a Ethernet port, a FireWire 800 port, 2 Thunderbolt ports, a headphone port, a mic input, and 3 USB 3 ports and a power connector. Power connector's hiding around here somewhere. It's a pretty sizable brick. Let's see how many amps this is. Can focus in here. It is in tiny writing, 12 volts, 6 amps. 6 amps is a lot of juice. Why am I looking at the power brick? That's kind of odd for a review. Who looks at the power brick, right? Here's why. Extremely disappointed with this device because it does not have enough juice, or simply the circuitry isn't designed to pass power or enough power along the USB 3 bus to power one of these drives. You'll see here the free agent drive mounted to my Mac. So you figured USB 3, right? No, it's not plugged in here. I have it plugged into the Mac. Why? Because the native port gives it enough juice to run and mount, whereas it will not mount on the Belkin. Now, I've seen reviews before that said, you know, you can't power a tablet or iPad or what have you on the USB 3 ports. And I figured, okay, you know, it's not a big deal for me. But not to be able to power these, I mean, these are pretty ubiquitous now. Which essentially makes, since I already have an Ethernet port and FireWire port, etc., really, this is just a hub to daisy chain my Thunderbolt devices, which isn't very helpful considering that Seagate, for a lot less money, makes a hub with a dual Thunderbolt port chassis that you can stick your larger GoFlex drives into. And my LaCie, of course, it only has one. This is a 3 terabyte version of their mass storage device, so it's here at the end of my chain. But with this, I could simply loop out from the PC into the relatively inexpensive Seagate dock here, back into any other Thunderbolt device. So this thing is going back. I guess that's really the nutshell of it. It really serves a very, very, very limited market when you think about it, because it really doesn't help you with the 2011 Macs that have a full array of ports, and with the 2012 Macs and further that, say the MacBook Airs that don't have a FireWire port, you could probably buy a cheaper adapter to get that, and they already have USB 3 and Thunderbolt. So I know this took a long time to get to market. A lot of people, including myself, were very excited about it, but I believe it falls short of the mark.